We've got an amazing video coming up today from Bert Kreischer, Beth Stelling, and who's the sex freak?
Greg Fitzsimmons.
Greg Fitzsimmons. I'm starting to do this thing. My grandma did it where you just can't remember anybody's names anymore, which is getting really weird. Do you know my grandpa suffered from the age of, he caught dementia at the age of 70. He was gone off this earth by 73. Will this happen to me? Is this something I can prevent? Will I start getting squirrely? Can I capitalize on my dementia? And it would make for probably a pretty interesting show, hearing the thoughts and views of a demented man. And that's where they came up with the word demented, right?
Yeah, I'd say
this guy's got dementia. He's demented. Welcome to Mike's Demented Nut House. That could be the new name of the show. But I could feel it already every time I go to pull for a name. It takes me a second here, which is worrisome. Greg Fitzsimmons, the sex god. Do you remember him? Every podcast this Greg Fitzsimmons is on, he's got to bring up sex. Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah, my wife, she's got huge shooters. Love my wife. She's great. And then you've got Beth Stelling. You might remember her from the Cale Hartman incident where she had her thighs. I like to imagine that he hung her up like one of those speed bags and just he's training for a fight. And he just black and blued those thighs. You know, remember that when she posted that? That was crazy. Can you Google Beth Stelling's thighs? Let's throw those bad boys up on the screen. Those were sick, man. Talk about an uneven based, spotty. See if those come up. But I only want them to come up if you could Google Beth Stelling's thighs. Do they come up in a Google image search when doing that?
An article comes up about it.
Does it have the picture? So I got to show these people. She's a comedian.
Yes, it comes up a lot
on
Google Images.
Okay, so it does.
Yeah.
Send me the Google image link to just Beth Stelling thighs. That's unreal. This is why you should never try to out someone for beating you up, because it's going to be
the thigh guy.
Now you're the thigh man. Oh my God. Beth, and we are not, by the way, if anyone finds this, we are not, what would they call? We're making fun of her thighs. We're not making fun of the abuse. Do you understand?
We hate the abuse.
We hate the abuse, but we love the thighs. No, I like Cale Hartman.
You do.
I hate the abuse, but I like the aftermarks of the abuse, which are the thighs.
Oh my God.
So if you Google her thighs, you will be in for what's called a thigh prize, which is like a surprise on a thigh. And she posted this. She came on social media one day and she said Cale Hartman was her boyfriend, this improv actor. She goes, he beat me up. He punched my thighs. She called him my thighs because she's a milady. Beth Stelling reveals how she suffered in an abusive. I like how she's just in this new video that I'm bringing up, and I have to give her whole backstory on her thighs. But she posted these. Here are my thighs, all the way down to the feet, by the way, are black and blued, which is really heinous. So he started up here going all the way to the ankles.
Jesus, what
nothing
a psycho.
Above the waist, but the ankles got it hard. Some people say, Mike, why would you assume he's punching? Why not kicking? Could have been. I like to imagine he was punching her.
Those look more like punch marks to me than
They
kick
do.
marks.
They do. They look like paintball marks. I like to imagine she was sitting in a chair and he goes, you fucking bitch. Shit, I need more CO2. That's what it looks like to me. And she went on social media and she said, this guy beat up my thighs. And he was thrown out of comedy. He was thrown out so far that he flew all the way to New Rochelle, New York, and landed up on Gavin McInnes's doorstep. Gavin actually took him in. This is when I started realizing how gay the Proud Boys were. Part of my language. I don't want any young gay kids to commit suicide over it. But this is when I really started, because Cale Hartman was taken in by the Proud Boys. They all felt terrible for him. I remember reading this, and they were like, we should really get this guy out. I invited him out to come on my dad's boat with us this weekend. You know, just get his head out of the, get his head out there and, you know, get a nice, you know, refresh going. And I'm just like, you're taking him out on a fucking boat? This is what the Proud Boys do? I thought the Proud Boys were cool. You know, you don't help a guy through things. To me, that's, you know, the opposite of cool. You know, if somebody's doing poorly, you pounce on him. You make him feel worse about those things. You don't take him out on a boat and just try to get his mind off things. Please. You don't even know this guy. Maybe you want his mind on these punches. God knows what his mind's like on other things. So here's Beth Stelling. She got away with this in cold blood, and Cale was never to be seen again. Okay, he was removed from the improv scene, and the only person who ever spoke with him again was Gavin McInnes, and that didn't really work out that well either. She's in this video, and you know Bert Kreischer, and you know the other guy. Do you want to see this video? You're not going to believe what happened here. So this was, I guess Bert Kreischer has a cooking show, which I didn't know about. I mean, I guess I've seen thumbnails. Here it is. It's called... Beth Stelling and Greg Fitzsimmons make Bert's favorite Taco Bell foods, and the show is called Something's Burning. I like it.
Something's burning. Okay, so here's the idea. It's a podcast, technically, but we're cooking. We're in a kitchen and we're cooking. It's called Something's Burning.
Wow, great idea. I love your shtick. And Jules noticed this right away. She goes, so it's like a podcast, but they had like a special theme. Cool. And here it is. So, yeah, that's what they do. They sit around. What time is this? 28:48. But I'm going to kick it back.
No, I said that that's an excuse to just have another podcast, even though it's barely about cooking. They just added the cooking as an excuse.
Stop
to
coming
have
up
more
with
shows.
ideas for your podcast. We see this a lot where people go, I want a podcast, but it's got to stand out. Everyone has a podcast. What could mine be about? Oh, mine could be like, you know, 3 guys in the back of a bus. We'll make it the bus show. Eddie Ift, by the way, keep your eyes peeled for this Eddie Ift. Not only do I believe that he cheats on his wife and family, and yes, if you cheat on your wife and you have a kid, you're also cheating on your family with another woman. I believe Eddie Ift cheats. I believe he lies. I believe he steals. I think a lot of money from this Bango bus, whatever this was
Bango bus.
Bango bus.
Is that what it's called?
Puka. I believe a lot of this money was taken for different things. I really, truly believe that he probably has some of the... Is anyone agreeing with me in the chats? I agree. Look at this. I go to the chat. I agree. And guess who that is? J Rose 82. He cheats on his taxes, too. Bang bus, not bang bus. Bangle bus is what it is. There's this guy, Eddie Ift. He's a comedian. And I caught him commenting on one of Kate Q Funny's nude photos.
Whoa.
Pull this up. Pull up Kate Q Funny. We'll show you her nude photos. Then we'll get into this. Because there is nothing funny about Kate Q, guys. Still posting these blurry-ass photos that look like it was a photo taken on the iPhone 4. Then someone with a Google Pixel took a picture of the iPhone 4 displaying the photo, cropped out the human parts, you know, the iPhone and all that, and the hand, and then scanned it in, put it on a 3.5 inch, handed it back to Quigley. She took that shit to the library. They popped it in an old machine. They printed that out for her. She brought it home, and then finally, with her iPhone 3, took a picture with that, cropped it, uploaded it to Instagram. Thank you. That is her process, and you could buy that from me. I am actually going to be selling her action. It's a Photoshop action. I'm actually selling these. These are presets to make your photo look like Kate Quigley, and you could buy these. You just load them into Photoshop, click play, and it goes do-do-do. It's like a script. It does all that stuff for you. Let me show you what I caught Eddie Ift doing. You're not going to believe it.
You know what would be a great new job for Kate Quigley? Hosting the Today Show, since Kathy Lee is leaving.
She would be perfect
to
as
replace
host
Kathy Lee.
of the Today Show. Absolutely perfect. So here's the picture in question, I believe. Blurry as shit. And if you're thinking, damn, dude, I'd actually fuck this. You need to see what I've seen because this is actually a very masculine guy. It's really not. I mean, again, the blurs. You're using your imagination. Your personal imagination is filling in blanks you have no business filling in. So you're going, oh, this is hot. I could get away with this. No. Not when you grab that leg and it's hard as a rock. Or that ass, you grab that ass and go, you a girl or a guy? Guy or girl? Because it's so muscly. Not in a good way. You don't want it. You grab those tits, you can't even squeeze them. They're tough. It's like ski balls. Kate Q Funny posts this. Yes, I'm the girl who posts naked pics, then says, stop hitting on me. I know, it's not right. After today, I promise it's all turtlenecks and inspirational quotes. And I found Eddie Ift commenting on this. Why did I think that I'd be able to find his comment right away? You know, on the app, it puts those stars up at the top.
Let me look on the app.
But on the desktop version, it mixes in your stars with the common folk, which is definitely not cool. Instagram refuses to make their desktop version work because they really want you on that phone for some reason.
He commented on it and said, you can't read.
There it was. Okay, so Eddie Ift, he commented, what did he say? You can't read. That is cheating. That is a cheat. He cheated on his wife. He cheated on his family.
I agree.
If you have a family and you're in the comment section negging, which is what I call that, you can't read. He's negging a naked woman that he knows personally. He knows this woman personally. She's completely naked. He's in a conversation with the naked woman. He's got a wife and his kid is at home. He's a cheating. So we caught him. And here's the thing, though. I know you guys think I'm joking, and I am. But he probably does cheat on his wife. That's the real thing. And I guarantee, here's my challenge. Meet Eddie Ift. If you see Eddie Ift, watch his face drop when you go, hey, were you cheating on your wife? Ooh, you'll catch him right there. That's all you have to say. He won't know how to. It's like yesterday. I saw this on Facebook. Somebody pulled up a comment they found on the Nick DiPaolo video on YouTube. They pulled up a comment as a guy, and he was kind of outing me. He goes, Mike actually was a child molester. Compound Media. This is the real reason I got fired from Compound. Turns out that I was Keith the cop. He caught me being a child molester, or he found out about some of my old charges. He said, we can't have this around here. And they fired me for that. And then I've been lying this whole time. So it's similar to that.
Who's the child, me?
No, they're saying in my past, I heard a bunch of kids, guy childs.
Oh.
That's how I always imagine a child molester. He's doing it to boys, right?
Yeah.
I don't consider it women.
Oh, wow. Because whenever I see someone say you're a child molester, I go, oh, that's nice. Means I'm young.
Oh, yeah. You think you're a child?
I was thinking.
By the way, Jules' birthday this week.
It's
How old do you think she is? Can we give away your age?
They can guess. No, you can say it.
Well, let's see when they guess first.
Yeah. Well,
'Cause
we're
some of
waiting
them
for
don't
them
know.
to guess.
I
I'll
think-
just say Kevin Brennan also commented on her picture and said, I must admit, tastefully done. Now I'm going to beat my meat.
Admit, tastefully done. Now I'm going to go beat my meat.
Exactly.
That's what he said?
Yep.
Kevin Brennan commented on that Kate Q photo.
Yep.
I must admit, gonna go beat my meat. Okay, let's watch this. Jules is going to be 26,
they're
by the way.
guessing. Oh,
So
yeah.
why does everyone say, oh, this is a child bride? She's...
Yeah, 26 isn't a child
Why is
bride.
26?
Come
Why
on.
is that too young? Sweet 16 coming up. Congrats, Jules. That's from the Shekla. Oh, my God. I wish she was fucking 16, man. Come on.
Thanks, guys. Some people guess 20. That's nice.
That's pretty good.
That makes me feel good.
So it's her birthday this week. It'd be nice if you got her a card or something. Said something
You don't
nice.
have to.
Don't get her a present. Get her a card. Okay. People love cards.
I'll take
Here it is.
cash.
This is Beth Stelling, Greg Fitzsimmons, and he's got this show. So we'll go to the beginning. I want to show you what this show is about because we're going to be probably peeking into this show here.
You met me when I was underage? That's not true. I was...
No, that would be...
I was 20 when we met.
How long ago would that be?
I was 20.
When we met?
Young. You indoctrinated me.
That's a good age.
You groomed me.
How old do you want these women? Have you ever met older women? It's terrible. Okay, Beth Stelling, Greg Fitzsimmons, and it's his new show where they do a podcast, but they're cooking. So let's see how this begins.
I saw you arrive at this site and have not seen you wash your hands.
I was going to wash them right now. By the way, this is the first time I've ever washed my hands on this show.
There's Beth. Okay, here we go. Dude, I like when they have low intro music. It's always good. Something's burning with Bert.
I wish at strip clubs they did eras of women. So they'd be like, ladies and gentlemen, keep it going for Martha from the 1800s.
Okay, and now you're going to have this. This is different than your normal comedian conversation. This is sort of scripted comedian conversation, or I like to call it a comedian's presentation. This is when the three comedians have made a silent agreement that they're all going to just kind of do an act instead of a conversation. Have you seen these? Like when you see a comedian go on Joe Rogan's podcast, more or less, they're kind of having a conversation. I know people have blamed them for acting, but most of the time, it's a regular conversation. On this show, forgive me, I got a sneeze creeping up here. Oh, boy.
Jesus.
On this show, these guys are hamming it up, and they've all kind of okayed this with each other subconsciously, okay? And they're going to do this cutesy-ass, overexcited, congratulatory comedian riffing where they just can't believe that they're three comics sitting around. Isn't this crazy how fucking great we are? We're three comics. We're just making this stuff up. Well, a lot of it's from our act, but man, are we good, huh? Fuck, we're good. Have you seen that? Do you notice the difference between conversations like that? They're really proud of themselves, really laughing and really feeling like comedians. This is where they're really themselves here, when they feel like they could be these fraudulent fucks. So here's a little of the show.
David just, and she lifts up her bloomers, like, oh, you know what I mean?
Burning bush.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a male lap dance?
Not burning bush.
Absolutely, yeah.
They're aggressive, huh?
At first, I think it was called Olympic Gardens or something in Vegas, or something Gardens.
OGs?
Olympic Gardens, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you went upstairs, huh?
Yes. So at first I was hesitant. You know, there's like glitter and wetness and a little sweat. And so I was kind of like, I don't know. But then I found a man that I liked, and I was like, and again, please. I'd love another lap dance.
Oh,
What is a lap dance from a man? Does he
Wait,
say-
wait. You found a man. You got a lap dance from a man. What the fuck? Could it be that the lap dance from the heavy guy? What is a lap? Let's back up. What is a lap? Other than a pair of thighs! A lap is just thighs, folks. She had a man jumping on her lap. It all makes sense now. What a liar. Caught in the act.
And a little sweat. And so I was kind of like, I don't know. But then I found a man that I liked, and I was like, and again, please. I'd love another lap dance.
What is a lap dance from a man? Does he sit on your lap?
And he also picks you up
paint your
and
face
he'll-
with his cock.
Yeah.
Just smash.
It was a lot
Should
of
you really be
overly
joking around
just-
like that in front of a survivor? A woman's style survivor?
Also,
Should she
isn't
really
it
be... Go on.
troubling that Greg Fitzsimmons is such a sex man?
Look at him.
Staring
Tell me
right at
more.
her?
Tell me more about it. He really thinks that, like, that he is such a welcomed person in the comedy scene that he could be sexually gross with every fucking other comedian, but it's okay because it's him, man.
Like he
And
acts
he's built
like he's
shut.
a safe space
Exactly.
for women to talk about sex.
But he's
stuff.
not. Why is he safe? By the way, Beth Stelling, for those of you who don't know, she was on this show. she walked off in tears. This is true. She was sitting in this very studio. Jules, in fact, in the seat you're sitting in right now.
Oh my God.
Beth Stelling was sitting there. Different chairs back then.
Oh, I was going to say maybe it's because the chair is so uncomfortable.
This very woman was on this show. We were having a great time. She's been on the show a couple of times at this point. And I start telling my famous banana bit. Do you know what that is? I start telling this story. It's a very realistic, believable story about me going to a bar and being hit on by a black chick. And I tell this story. I go, yeah, I'm out at this bar. I'm hanging out with this group of people, and there's a black chick in the group of people, and she must not know a thing about me, because get this, she's flirting with me. Yeah, me. A real live black chick starts flirting with me. So I don't know how to handle this. I'm trying to be nice, but I mean, obviously, you know. So she's being sweet to me, all nice, and, you know, I was just being polite. You know, I finally felt like what it was like to be a girl, you know, being bothered. And later in the night, I was looking all around for her because I wanted to snap a picture for Vine. And I was looking all over for her. I couldn't find her. Finally, I see her in the back of the bar. She's sitting in the corner, Indian style, eating a banana. I tell this joke just like that, word for word on the show. And Beth Stelling, her face drops. She thought I was really about to tell a real story. And then it ends like that. And she's like, I think I'm going to go. Now, I don't know if that was actually right after I told the story or a few minutes later after I antagonized her going, what? You don't like that story? What's wrong with you? You're a fraud. Get out of here. I got really offended. Back in those days, I would get so mad if somebody was offended by racism as if they had to be putting on a show.
So you're Gino and she's Kate Willett.
Yes, 100%.
Wow. How you've grown.
And she started tearing up, and then she finally left, and we really never spoke again until now. When
this is you guys talking.
Yes.
Meeting again.
Same size. Is that show in the archives? I need to hear it. Yeah, someone could link it. This is, I don't know if we had video then or not. It might have just been video. I don't know. Could have been an audio-only day. Because I definitely haven't seen the video. Yeah, that's in our Scarchives, redbarradio.net/Scars Club. At different times, at different jobs, I've had to deal with an N and a fat having crushes on me. Always awkward, says Los Angeles Cool Guy. Cool. That is weird. Nah, Mike, you were right. It's a funny bit. Of course that's a funny bit. Come on, you never see it coming. You know, she's eating a banana. Why? Because she's an ape? Is that why, Mike? You know, that's the joke, by the way. The joke is that, isn't this fucking ridiculous? It's not black people are apes. Why can't people see that? The joke is, come on, Mike. That's the joke. The joke isn't, and all black people is apes. Why would that be the joke? So it's amazing to me that a joke like that can't be appreciated by a comedian. You know, obviously. Obviously, the black woman from that story is still alive. So here's Beth Stelling laughing it up. What was I going to say about this? Oh, yeah, she's being creeped on by Fitzsimmons.
Sex man.
Hey there, Beth. Yeah,
He stares at her.
You got beautiful skin, you know that? Beautiful skin. Wow. You take milk baths?
During sexual things, and then picking me up and like spinning me around and lifting my legs up over my head.
Whoa! Yeah. Again
Also,
with the legs.
I just recently won the Chicken
Is this
Deal.
the story of Kayla Hartman's bruisings? Or this is just another wild time with a guy where you're throwing your body around with your legs up in the air? So she might, those could be a collection of bruises. Every weekend she might be out there getting a little brown spotting. You know? Man, I would actually, if I were Kale, I would clip this and put this up and go, see?
Chip shot. I was in Vegas for the Comedy Cellar. We went to the Chippendale show afterward, and I got up and I competed against other women, and I won.
Doing what?
We had to see how fast we could dress a Chippendale, which is counterintuitive.
That is sexual harassment. So you went to a strip club and you had to play, let's see how fast we could dress a naked man stripper? I mean, come on, if somebody did this to women, you'd be marching in Washington.
So you had to put all their little things on them as fast as you could?
You have to pretend his husband had just come home?
Yes.
They're all gay.
Then they are all gay.
Yeah.
No. Actually, that's not true. The only 2 of them were.
Yeah.
We found out. Well. And then we had to give them a lap
So
dance.
you see this show now? You're getting the drift? They just sit around talking, and then eventually Bert makes a pile of nachos with them. Or no, they make Mexican pizzas.
Yeah.
And then I say them. Here's what I've seen. I've seen single moms at bus stops with 5 kids, and they're lined up like
Oh,
fucking...
wait. This part, too. Okay, so they're making Mexican pizzas now. Greg Fitzsimmons decides to roll into one of his bits from the stage. Do you want to hear that? That's always creepy. Everyone's talking like, you know, like I said, they're hamming it up. They're not fully doing bits from their act, but then Greg will go into one. Let's check this out. Let's see if we can catch it. There's poor Greg looking really, really gross.
That I thought that Mexican kids were better behaved than white kids.
That's actually probably very true.
And this guy got in my face.
Oh,
and he was saying, he goes, that's racist. I go, no, it's not. I go, I'm a comedian. I observe things, and then I say them. Here's what I've seen. I've seen single moms at bus stops with 5 kids, and they're lined up like fucking Cubie dolls. And then you white kid in the back of a Volvo station wagon giving you the finger. It's different.
Okay, so this is our thin layer.
Do you have a roller to
They
do?
cut him right off, didn't they? They didn't want to hear the rest of that bit. Beth Stelling didn't want to get into it with that racism stuff. So here is Bert's bean dip. He's making a Mexican pizza.
They never did put the ground beef on the Mexican pizza.
That is
did they?
insane. No, they didn't, I don't think. We were watching this while they were building this damn Mexican pizza. No ground beef. They made a whole pot of ground beef, you know, seasoned beef. They forgot to put it on. So this is just beans, cheese, and tortilla.
I was
Totally cool
thinking
with that.
another layer of bean on this
Another
side,
beer-
but maybe I'm wrong.
No, wait.
No, watch.
There's
Angela,
ground beef.
these are going to be really good. I'm really excited for these already. Hey, don't ever tell me what to do off camera, okay?
He means
good
that.
call. Put it on the sheet.
Here, I'll get a spatula. Unless you want to.
No,
you
just
got
use
it?
your fingers.
Okay,
They're
great.
clean.
that have been on your nose half this show, by the way.
No.
Almost constantly rubbing
Okay. You get the idea of the show now. You're not going to guess. If you've seen this before, don't say it. You're not going to guess what happens at the end of this show. Remember last time I showed you this video, I said comedians are losing touch with what regular people are up to these days. They're what do they say? Dark matter or the universe is expanding. Comedians are expanding outward, farther away from humankind. And we showed you that Nikki Glaser video a few weeks ago where they were just talking normally as if it was fully normal to go to a glory hole, and they're jacking off with 3 vibrators and sticking things in every hole and bleeding out their ears. Completely normal, right? Well, this is similar to that. We're not going to see anything sexual here, but wait till you see what the comedians think is normal to do at the end of this episode. You're really not going to believe what happens. People are guessing, does Bert take off his shirt? No. So now we're going to jump to 28 minutes. We're going to watch the end of this episode. Now remember, all they've been doing is making Mexican pizzas, hanging out, cooking, talking, chatting. Pretty basic, pretty PG type of show that everyone could enjoy. Hold on, I'm just trying to get to that 28-minute mark. Let's see how they end the show.
Throat? Really?
They're eating Choco
We
Tacos
just
now.
got lice and scabies.
They're eating the food now. They're eating some Choco Tacos they made at the end. Don't mind this.
I put way too much chocolate on mine.
You could argue that I did, and I'm
Oh my God.
right. I feel great about it.
Looks like a candy bar.
Get away from those breasts.
If you could marry one female comedian right now and just fold into her life, and you don't have to pay
Here's where it
alimony,
starts.
nothing. Where are you going?
This is not what I wanted to show you. Don't worry about this. But, by the way, I backed it up a little too far. Greg is now, they've asked him if you could marry one female comedian, who would it be? Greg is now on his hands and knees proposing to Beth Stelling. This is not what I'm here to show you, though. Okay? It is not this. But this is funny. There he is. Look at that guy. And watch, he's going to actually kiss her hand, which, again, this is cheating, right? Kissing another woman
I'd
is
say
cheating.
it's cheating.
He's
Does
trying
he
to
have a
get her.
wife?
Yeah, so
Oh,
wife,
okay.
kids, yeah. Watch this.
I do.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would marry Beth in a second if I didn't have a wife.
Same.
How do we end an episode like this?
Cleaning up.
Ooh.
How do we end an episode like this? Cleaning up? No. How do we end an episode like this? Check this out.
Ooh, no.
Oh, good.
I've never done that.
I was so hungry for the meal that you prepared, and I'd like to thank you, that I didn't consider what it looked like while I was eating it. And I think that's a sign of a good meal.
Yes.
All right, we should end this. We never really figured a way to end these shows, but
What about a burp? We could do a burp.
A
Probably
burp?
ripping
Okay.
farts. I think I have to wipe.
A fart? Oh.
This would be going big, but we could pull the garbage can out and all three of us vomit out the dinner at the same time. I would do.
Right? Just a joke. We could move the garbage can over here and all three of us vomit out the meal we just had. Ha ha ha. Pretty funny, right? That's Greg Fitzsimmons. He's not joking! They're really gonna fucking vomit! Watch this.
Dude,
I'm not even joking. I wish I could. I can do it if you throw up. I can throw up.
I'll do it.
No!
Yeah.
You guys, we can't.
Come on, you can do it.
Oh, if you
What the
gag,
fuck?
I will
Yeah.
start
What
throwing
the
up.
It
fuck?
starts with this.
No! He's grabbing
you
the
stick-
wooden
just-
Stick
spoon.
it in my mouth,
No,
throw up.
Greg,
No,
no.
Greg,
What are you
Oh
You
my
guys
God.
have to stand on
This
either
is
side
insane.
of me and also throw up.
No! No!
If you start
No!
throwing up, I'll throw up.
They're gagging
If
themselves
you start
with wooden
throwing up, I'll
spoons.
throw up.
Okay, okay.
Wait, are you
What
gonna
the
throw up?
fuck?
Wait, you need a spoon too.
Are
We
you
all
throwing
need
up
spoons.
too? Are you throwing up
I
too?
don't know yet.
What do you
Right
mean?
here.
This is again my family.
He's got
loves
all
it.
these
Here's yours.
spoons. Look at these
Oh, I got
That's
spoons.
yours. That's gonna,
Mine's
it's
hot.
gonna help make you
These
throw
are
up.
16-inch wooden
Greg, we
spoons.
can't do this.
All right,
She
ready?
wants.
No,
Look at them.
Greg,
They're
you're
all
going
gonna do
to the
it.
big end?
Greg is stuck
Oh, this
sticking.
is someone
Because
who's
it's got
definitely
all
done
this
this.
glasses
Like the
off.
three tenors. Let's all gag at the same time, just like a practice gag.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Here they go. Look. Ah! I had to pause. Let's regroup. The chat is going psycho. Saying, no, this is a violation. This is not right. I'm not kidding. They have those cheap wooden spoons, 16-inch spoons. They've got them, and they're shoving them as far down their throats as they can. The splintery wooden spoons that I don't even like to use while cooking because you're getting wood in your food.
They were probably donated from someone's grandma.
Yeah, exactly. From Alaska.
Exactly.
They are now all as a joke. And it almost seems like Beth Stelling. She was like, can we? Like, I would love to barf this up. That's probably what she does. Like, she's probably bulimic, and this is a chance to just, oh, wow, bulimia as a joke. Cool. They're really going to do this. They're shoving the spoons down their throat. I could never imagine doing this. Let's continue. Look at Greg. Greg's doing it. Watch this. It's
gonna
not
throw
over.
up.
Oh, look. Oh, he's puking. Here comes the puke. Wait. Oh! He's vomiting. Using the spoon. This old man. And then Bert's puking in the corner. What the hell is wrong with you, heathens?
This has been Something's Burning. I hope you enjoyed my cooking show.
Take a little water.
Oh my God. My eyes are tearing. Did you really throw up?
Yeah.
Don't go over
Oh,
there.
fuck me.
Okay. Pretty fucking weird. This is what
Honestly,
they're
couldn't
doing.
even watch that. I had to look away because
Yeah.
now I'm nauseous.
Yeah. Could you imagine doing that? What kind of gag is that to do? These are like really grown adults. Isn't that kids anymore? I mean, I've made myself puke on shows. Remember, I was on Reckless Media Radio making myself puke. It was one of their bits, but I mean, come on, man. Come on. So that was startling. Imagine my shock when I was just watching that, thinking I'm watching a normal cooking show. Let's see what people... I'm deleting comedy immediately. Our chat here at redbarradio.tv. Citizenship revoked. Gag. Greg was on his knees, and now he's gagging. Some gag, they're saying. That's good. What sick guys? Bert is the phoniest one of them all. Yes, kill them, somebody says. Kill them all, actually, meaning it's just a joke. How are you not gagging after knowing someone threw up? This is hate speech. They're mucking. Hey, guys, that's me. Shut up, you faker. Shut up, Bert, you faker. This is Kumeric. Come on, no. Gore. Fuck. Okay, so yeah, good. Got my point across. That's what they're doing. Let's report that video. You know, that one could be reported. There we go. We got to save people from seeing something like that. Get out of here, Kreischer. I'll be watching that one over and over again to see if we catch anything. But it's tough to watch Bert Kreischer. I don't really enjoy watching him at all. It's such fluff nonsense coming out of his mouth at all times.
Didn't
There's
he also
nothing
tell
to grab
like
onto.
70 lies during that?
Oh my God. Sweet little lies over and over and over again.
Swear to God, honest to God, honest truth. Swear to God, it's 100% real.
You shouldn't need to say that before everything you say. Every time. Okay? Treehouse News Lady, come and give me some deep dicking. Man, I wish that Treehouse News Lady was under here giving me a missing toothed blowjob.
That is cheating.
I will suck your... It's not cheating if it's an old black woman, Jules.
Oh, yeah.
If they are shitty enough to look like they work on the streets, it's not cheating. It's just a hookah. But yeah, I wish she was under here and then boom, and then bash her head in. That's a joke. All jokes. Didn't you read the disclaimer? The disclaimer means nothing to people, by the way, not on YouTube. That's been my go-to response. Must have not read the disclaimer then. And then usually they'll go, oh, I'm so sorry. I went back. I didn't realize this was all a gag.